Alright, y'all, boom, what's going on? It's your boy Captain Kickback, and this time I'm back here with y'all with a whole different breed of stories. Tonight, I'm gonna be telling some breakup stories. I'm gonna be telling 4 breakup stories. One of them might make you laugh, the rest might make you cry. One of them, I will be sharing one of my own personal breakup stories. Without any further ado, let's get this popping. Alright, y'all. So, as most people do when it comes down to these lists, I got a lot of these. Actually, I got all of these, except for the personal ones, from like Reddit and like other websites. Like, literally, I went into Google, I typed in sad breakup stories, and this is the shit that popped up. So, here's the first one. So the first one is kind of a personal one. This one is one of my breakup stories. This one's actually the one that hit me the most. See, about a couple years ago, I was dating this chick. Me and her was dating throughout high school, throughout middle school into, let's say, beginning, middle of high school year. Right? Shit was going cool, but I should have knew shit was toxic because within the first couple months, we got into some trouble. She ran away from her parents' crib. Cops came, found her with me. I kind of got arrested for kidnapping, but I didn't get arrested for kidnapping because technically she ran away. And our parents were just like, yo, we're not putting a black kid through that. So respect to them. Shout out to them. Years went by. Had more problems in the relationship. She thought I was cheating, despite the fact that I warned her that I have a lot of female friends. Turns out she was the one doing dirty because on our 4-year and 4-month anniversary, because we celebrated shit like that. At the time, I was homeless. I was sleeping at a friend's house on his floor, giving his father money for food, whatever the case may be. And she got in contact with me through Facebook. She broke up with me through Facebook. Me and my friend and his pops, we got drunk as shit that night. Let's just say, after that night, I can't say I fell in love again. Because that was my world and shit, that shit hurt. But moving on to story number 2. So this next one comes from Reddit. And this is about a girl whose boyfriend broke up with her. So, check this out. So, heads up, if you guys see me looking like this way, it's because I kind of have to write some of this shit down. So, okay. So, story goes like this. She was dating this guy for about 4 months, and they were together, everything was going smooth. At least so she thought. After a little while, he started, becoming a little distant. Started messaging her less and less until the point that she just off rip didn't hear from him. Here's the real kicker though. So a mutual friend of theirs invites them both to a party. She has no clue that he's going to be at this party, so she asks and she finds out he's going to be at this party. So she's like, okay, cool. This is the perfect opportunity for me to catch him and, bring up that situation to him. Like, why you been so distant? Why haven't you been talking to me? Why haven't you been messaging me? And upon arrival to the party, he comes in there with another female. Man. And this time he is introducing her as his new girlfriend. Now, the young lady, not wanting to cause a scene at her friend's house, waited till the next day, and she called him, and as she put it, she bitched out at him. Basically letting him know that was really fucked up and that was messed up of you. Here's the icing on the cake. He says, and I quote, "This isn't how I wanted you to find out. I didn't want to let you down that way." Dude, let me tell you something. If I was that chick and I see my man at a friend of ours' house party, brought in there another bitch, it's probably the hood in me talking, but I'm snatching both of them up and fucking them both up. My personal opinion, that's just me. I'm not a chick, I'm a dude. But she told him off and cursed him out the next day. Honestly, you got your curse out. Alright. Story number 3. So, story number 3 also comes from a female's point of view, and yeah, this one's kind of interesting. So, her and her boyfriend at the time were both pre-med students, and apparently he broke up with her the week before finals, right? Which is kind of fucked up, right? But it gets better. So, he broke up with her the week before finals. And apparently, he was one of those dudes that always tried to be the smartest one in the relationship, right? Basically, Mr. I can't perform in bed, so I gotta make it up with my head type dude. And, well, the story just gets even more funnier. So, a friend of hers lets her know that apparently he's been going around saying that, he's only with her for sex and for helps on lab reports because, once again, they're both pre-med students, right? And by breaking up with her the week before finals was his way of somehow psychologically messing with her. Well, that shit didn't work because that following week, not only was she dealing with a heartbreak, but she aced her fucking finals. Just goes to show that, once again, no matter how smart you thought you were, my guy, did it fucking work. You tried to mess with her and get her to fail by breaking up with her the week before finals so somehow you can mess with her psychologically and have her fuck up and fail? Nah, bruh. You gave her the extra battery she needed in her back to proceed and continue and have straight A's. How do you feel? You're the A that got her effed up to make her score all A's. Ah, man. Speaking of psychological, this brings me to story number 4. The story number 4 is actually a sad one. So, I prefer to be correct with this one. This one kind of hits close to home because I have family in the military, and this one is about a gentleman in the military, so yeah, here it goes. He said, I had a baby with my fiance at the time, now my ex. We lived together, we got a happy life together, or so I thought. A few months later, unfortunately, I was deployed to Afghanistan. I'm just gonna let it pause right there. Cause this is a breakup story after all, which means there's nothing nice coming after that. So yeah, gentleman went off to Afghanistan, and a few months into him being deployed, he received an email saying, "Hey Joe," which is his name or just the name he chose to write when putting the story down. And the email reads this: I've left you for your best friend. I've taken our daughter, and I've gotten full custody of her because you are overseas and you cannot basically come to court. That hurts because the dude is over there fighting for his life, fighting for your life, fighting for the freedom of his daughter, his kids, his family, and now you're going to leave him for his best friend. Now, according to story, he says that he gets depressed. He almost kills himself while deployed over in Afghanistan. But he doesn't. He just sits there and for nights on end cries himself to sleep in the medic tent that he has to sleep in, curled up in the blanket that his daughter was wrapped up in when she first came out the hospital. Now, I have a heart, so to me, that one kind of hit. I can imagine going away overseas, leaving your family and all that behind, newborn baby and all of that, and you get an email from your, at the time, fiance saying that it's over and that she left you for your best friend. Honestly, you have a gun on you, you could have shot yourself in the head, except you didn't. Could have committed suicide, but you didn't. Instead, you sat there, you fought for our country, and for that, I salute you, sir. But, yeah. So, those are some of the breakup stories. Those are just 4 breakup stories that I felt was necessary to put on this segment. This segment about breakups after all. But let's just say breakups ain't good. Nobody likes going through them. They suck, especially if you've been in one, especially if you've been in a relationship for some years. Being cheated on, being left for your best friend. All of that shit hurts. It's not good. Nobody likes going through it. But that ends today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope to God you guys never go through a shitty breakup. If you have, please comment a piece of the story in the link below. Until then, I'm your boy Captain Kickback. Stay up, stay blessed, never stress, and people, don't break up. # relationship goals.